All right, testing, we here. All right, so today I'm going to do a video. This is a impromptu video, but I thought I should speak on this topic right quick because a lot of people are doing their thing, trying to get the scoop, and the bottom line is they really at a loss for content. They really at a loss for words. Like they're not really speaking about this in a sense that it matters. And so I'm going to get right down to it and dissect the whole thing for you because this is my domain. Films and anything in film entertainment, especially with black people, is my domain. All you amateurs, people with your self serving opinions, subjective ideology, can back the fuck up. So what happened tonight? I don't really watch the Oscars because I'm still boycotting from the Oscars are so white. But apparently, what happened tonight was there was a violent altercation. Basically, Chris Rock got assaulted by Will Smith for a pun he made concerning her appearance tonight. Okay, now the joke was about I guess a reference to a movie called G.I. Jane, which I know a lot of people haven't seen, starring Demi Moore and a couple of other people, where she becomes a Navy SEAL. And she tries to take the Buds course on with her hair, which is very long. You know, she's got that long white woman hair thing going on. And she decides to give herself a crew cut. So she cuts off her hair so that she can, proceed through Bud's training without the difficulty of having hair in her face, and it just was a mess. It wasn't groomed. It wasn't grooming for her to have hair in her face and everything doing that training. So, I guess Jade is out there sporting a crew cut. Rumor has it on the streets she's confessed that she's got another dilemma in her life among the 1,001 dilemmas. It's like every day she comes up with something else, So it's almost like a person who's a hypochondriac. They just always have a new illness every week. But these are overnight illnesses, right? They haven't really perpetuated the person throughout their whole life. These are just things that come up to try to invoke empathy and connection in other people. So anyway, Chris Rock made a joke. He said, "Hey, love the GI Jane Part Two look," and Will Smith, being Will Smith, went upstage and smacked him in the mouth, basically dogged him in the mouth. Now I don't know about y'all, but that wasn't fake. That was very real. There was you don't play like that. You don't fake like that, especially with black men. Now, my take on it is that coming from somebody like Will Smith and definitely doing that to somebody like Chris Rock was highly inappropriate. It was totally uncalled for. I mean, like, it's almost as if, and don't get me wrong, I love Will Smith. Will Smith, I love you, brother. I understand your thought process, and you were probably just caught up in the circumstances of do the wrong thing, the next best thing is the right thing, and you don't want to do nothing. But if we haven't understood by now that we have to get beyond the notion of physical violence towards each other, especially towards black men, then we are all doomed. And I'm going to break it down to you rationally why we are all doomed. Okay, let's call it for what it is, right? Let's call it for what it is. Ego. It's ego, pure and simple. Your ego, and I can attest to this, your ego will have you on some shit. Your ego will have you seeing what isn't there, hearing what isn't being said, and saying things you don't know what the hell is coming out your mouth. That's what your ego will have you doing. And so that's what happened tonight. Her ego got bruised, and I don't want to put her name in my mouth because I don't want to get smacked. I mean, actually, he would never be able to smack me because I wouldn't stand still and wait for nobody to hit me. But I mean, But anyway, her ego was bruised. Okay, and I'm gonna just chop it up and keep it 100 with you. She hasn't been. She hasn't been. What's the word I'm looking for? She hasn't been relevant in a very long time. Okay, she hasn't been relevant, in my opinion. She hasn't been relevant since she was on a different world. She's never really been a relevant actress or a talent. You know what I mean? So whatever she did to push Will's buttons, because her ego got bruised for basically being, you know, not relevant. That's what happened. He follows along, letting her push his buttons and caught up in her ego. Now, okay, now Chris Rock, boy, you need to learn how to duck and weave. Love you, Chris Rock. Love me some Chris Rock, man. Great, great, great master comedian. The joke was fine. I got the joke. Of course, people don't get the joke because you people don't really watch films like I do, or anybody for that matter, and you've never seen, that's like Demi Moore made 3 great films in her life, and that was one of them. I won't even tell you what the other 2 were. Okay, but you just have to figure that out. So anyway, Chris Rock, man, you gotta learn how to duck and weave. You know what I'm saying? I would say though that Chris Rock did the honorable thing because he didn't try to run like a punk. And there's an old saying: if you can take a man's best shot, well, he ain't really a man. So if that was his best, if that was Will Smith's best, he failed because he was technically supposed to leave Chris Rock laid out on the ground. Like that was supposed to be your free shot. You were supposed to sleep him. But anyway, the point I'm making is that they were just caught up in their ego. Okay. And we as black people got to understand that the ego is what's killing us, among other things. But the ego is what's killing us. And we can't succumb to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of worse things that are happening right now in the entertainment business to black people. Are you going to go out there and smack a white person? Exactly. So don't do nothing to us that you're not going to do to a white person or an Asian person. And I'm not condoning violence against anybody, but I'm just making a point that we are so quick to hurt each other. And that's what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to tear each other the fuck apart till there's no one left. You know what I'm saying? And we're falling for it because we're caught up in our ego. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, jokes are always in bad taste. Someone's going to get roasted. There's plenty of things she says on her show that I don't like about black men. So am I empowered to go, if is a woman who loves me and feels that shit hurts me empowered to go and smack Jada Smith? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't allow nobody to do that because, there's no need for physical violence, especially against our own kind. It sets a very, very bad precedent. And the crazy thing about it is these are 2 black men who shouldn't even be on that level of savagery. They have money, they have fame, they have power, they matter, people see them, they have value. Actually, Chris Rock is the victim in this, so Will Smith shouldn't have been on that level, I should say. He shouldn't have been on that savage street level, that level of childishness, that level of, because this is why I say any type of violence that doesn't end the other person really protects your honor. And that's why I have this up right here, this photo. This photo is from King Richard, Will Smith's movie. It's from a scene in a movie where I always say all things are taken care of under the sun. And you got to watch the movie. I don't want to spoil it for you, but as you can see, this is a true story. So as you can see, at some point, He went out there to handle hhis business, and he wasn't going to be handling no business smacking nobody. He was going to go out there and handle his business that will, protect his honor. And so, if you're not going to do that, if you're not really going to put in the work to protect your honor, all that other shit, man, that's bullshit. That's just bullshit. It's like we used to say when I was growing up. You quick to fight in the hallways, but you don't want to meet nobody outside. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't be. You either had to take that, or you know what I'm saying. You was gonna take it outside, and you wasn't gonna take it outside. People respected that, but nobody respected you always wanting to fight in the hallways when you knew a teacher was gonna break it up. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't gonna work. So nobody was disrespecting you because you took it in the hallways. I mean, nobody was disrespecting you because you took it. But if you would have took it in the hallways, people was going to disrespect you because they know you wasn't built like that. You wasn't going to take it outside. Right? Ain't nobody breaking up shit. So we got to get out of this childish stuff. Violence is just a form of frustration because your mind cannot process a reasonable solution. Now, I don't know what a reasonable solution would be. I don't know what would have been amicable between these titans, because in reality, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Chris Rock, they're three titans in the industry. They all came up around the same time. They all been through the same dirt and spit and everything else, and they're all at the top of their game, okay, and beyond. They're all at the top of their game and beyond. I'm pretty sure the Oscars gave Chris Rock another Basquiat painting because, like they did the last time, they gave him a Basquiat. You know what I'm saying? So, But anyway, luckily for Will Smith, Chris Rock or nobody else is going to press charges because, see, this is what the enemy does. What you don't understand is Chris Rock or the Academy don't have to press charges. The LAPD can just come and say, hey, we saw an assault on national TV, and you know what? We're going to act on it. And they could just act on it on their own and take you into custody. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it because you know why? The evidence is the evidence. And then if somebody in the DA's office or somebody in politics want to pick a bone with you about it, they're going to pick a bone about this. And Chris Rock don't got to even do anything. He don't even got to testify. They are going to push this as far as they can because you lost your head, you lost your composure, you lost your temper, and you let your ego get in the way. Now, was your woman really hurt by this? Was she physically hurt? Was her honor tarnished? No, because she's in the game. She's in the entertainment business. She knows what this is about. She knows how this works. It's all just jokes. It's all just fun and games. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she ain't like being singled out. Okay, well, she shouldn't have came through like that. That's what I'm gonna say. She wasn't on her A game. She got called out. She shouldn't have came through like that. It happens to the best of us. Is she gonna be the last person to get roasted at the Oscars? No. Was she the first person to get roasted at the Oscars? Definitely not. And so the point I'm making is that, and you're gonna watch a lot of videos. I'm about to shut this one down quick so y'all can watch the whole thing. You're going to watch a lot of people talking about, oh, don't talk about black women's hair, and oh, he was protecting his family, and oh, and all this. No, he wasn't, because you man, listen here, man. The black man don't exist in the real world, in a rational world where you can protect your family. The black man don't have that privilege in this country, okay? Right now, Will Smith got to make amends to certain people and hope he don't have no real enemies, because if he does, they're going to take advantage of this and they're going to stretch him for it. They're going to lay him out. So he got to do now. He's got to be a punk, because if he says no to some crazy thing that they don't want to see happen or they want him to do, they're going to hold this over his head, okay, until the statutes on assault run out. And I don't even know what the statutes on assault is in California, but until the statutes run out. And also, you got to remember too, in protecting your honor, you also got to take someone else's honor which means that now somebody in Chris Rock's family, they might not be liking this. They might have an attitude about it. And now they got to seek vengeance. You see what I'm saying? So now you created an unnecessary set of problems where really you could have did two things. You could have easily just said, "Hey man, look, I don't appreciate those comments. We're going through some things right now. Kindly apologize, please." And that's all I got to say. And you leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Or you just take it on the chin like you've done all the other stuff that was way more significant than this. You know what I'm saying? If you care about protecting people, and this is my only thing about Will Smith, but he did make amends for it. But you know what I'm saying? You put the original Aunt Viv on the streets. See, people want to say that they grow up and their character gets better, but no, motherfucker, you've always been that person. You still are that person. You don't get better. That person is always in you. What you learn to do is you learn how to appear more polished and how to hide that creature better. But that creature is still you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say about that. Yeah. Um, King Richard Williams, yeah, he was a fierce protector of his wife and daughters. Yes, because he had to. Look at the environment they're growing up in. You know what I'm saying? They was eating him alive, and he was the only thing standing between them and everything else. You know what I mean? And and damn Skippy, the boy talking about, oh yeah, they all gonna come see his oldest daughter. You damn right he had to go put that bastard down. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't gonna be going to smacking nobody. Cause you don't put in work like that. You either gonna put in work, ain't no half stepping out here in these streets, man. And so I'll just say to Will Smith, if I was you, I'm pretty sure you feel bad about it because you are an empathic person. You're an empathic human being. And I know you fight that a lot. But I hope you get over it for yourself. I hope you forgive yourself. That's all I gotta say, brother. I appreciate your body of work. I just hope you forgive yourself. You ain't gotta forgive the person that you feel slighted you. Look, I want to see you, Will Smith, forgive yourself for what you did tonight. That's all I want to see you do, and keep pushing on. And tomorrow is always another day. And I just hope for you, for your sake, that Chris Rock and his people let it slide and just chalk it up to one on the chin for them. And that's it. It's over. We even. We squashed it. Let's move on. And that's the end of that. So that's all I gotta say tonight, people. Just wanted to drop my 2 cents in there. Stop the violence against black men. Stop black men on black men violence. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there that want to pick a fight with you. If you just let them, they're waiting, and they're going to give you a hell of a fight. So don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Don't be scared. But we got to stop poking our chest out on each other. We got to stop the stretching our chest. I don't buy that. I never have. I never saw the point in tearing down someone who looks like me because it only tells the dominant culture, it only tells the dominant party that it's okay to harm us too. And they ain't wasting no time doing that. So, all right, peace, y'all. I'm gonna go to bed. No, I got the sleepiness in my voice, but I wasn't gonna let myself be scooped by all these suckers out here with no real commentary. Hope you like the show. Like, subscribe, send me a cash app. Peace. Like, subscribe, and I hope you like the cash app. Peace.